There are no coincidences in our universe. Everyone who enters our life enters for a purpose. Everyone who leaves our life leaves for a purpose. All of these things were preordained terms of agreement, essentially, between our soul and other souls that were set prior to incarnating in this physical body. This is what we call a soul contract. When we refer to a soul contract, we are referring to the set of agreements we created both with ourselves and with others. An agreement that we were essentially unconscious of when we were born into this physical body, because we all come to this earth with amnesia. We don't consciously remember the soul intentions we set prior to being born here, because part of the expansion process is the remembering process, is the coming home to the truth of who we are at a soul level by first forgetting that truth. Today I want to speak specifically on romantic soul contracts. There are many different forms of agreement contained within our soul contract. However, some of the most profound agreements we create that are contained in this contract are related to our romantic connections with others. When it comes to love and romance, all of our attraction, what we refer to as chemistry between us and others, is actually energetically based. It all comes down to an energetic pull we feel toward others that manifests itself as feelings of emotional, mental, or physical attraction or chemistry. Specifically, when it comes to soul contracts in our love life, there are different signs we can use to determine whether or not we have a soul contract with a specific partner or lover or love interest, as well as what kind of contract we share together. Because even under the umbrella of romantic soul contracts, there are many different kinds. One of the most common romantic soul contracts is the karmic contract. You've probably heard of the word karma or karmic partners, karmic relationships, and karma is often thought of stemming from a past life. Actions or behaviors in a past lifetime that carry residual energy into this present lifetime. Essentially, the belief that we are born into certain circumstances or plan to have certain connections or interactions with other people in order to resolve this unfinished business from a past life. But our karmic partners are not necessarily past life partners, although it is possible that we carry past life energy in from these people. Within these relationships, these could be souls that we romantically connected with in a past life, but not necessarily. Sometimes a karmic partner is simply someone who allows us, through the course of our karmic connection with this person, to resolve something within ourselves, to heal something within ourselves. Now, the thing about karmic contracts specifically, and what makes this form of soul contract unique, is that karmic contracts are very, I want to say time bound, although that's not exactly accurate, because they can continue over the course of a lifetime if we never learn the lesson that they are here to teach us. They are bound by a certain kind of a limitation. I'll call it that. The limitation is these karmic contracts only exist so long as we are continuing to not learn the lesson or resolve what we are supposed to resolve within this karmic connection, within this relationship with this person. So just as an example, let's say that you are a woman who comes into this lifetime, and part of what you came here to learn is self-worth, learning how to stand up for yourself, learning how to trust yourself, to trust your intuition, to be strong and independent and stand on your own. You may have created a karmic contract with a karmic partner with whom you would experience a very toxic, challenging, triggering relationship. And within this toxic relationship with this person, you would feel extremely devalued. This person perhaps would devalue you, or you would devalue yourself for this person, and you would lose your sense of identity, your sense of independence, with the goal of triggering the realization within you, I can be strong, I can be independent, I can stand up for myself, ultimately leading you to make that choice to be strong, to stand on your own 2 feet, to trust yourself, to trust your intuition. And once you make that shift within yourself, you heal that dynamic of low self-worth, and in doing so, you fulfill that karmic contract. And at that point, you will no longer feel an attraction to the karmic partner who shed light on that wound within you, because you have healed that wound, and that karmic contract with that person who triggered all those things within you, that person with whom you shared this very toxic connection. Once you learn the lesson they came into your life to teach you, you now break that karmic, or I should say fulfill that karmic relationship and break that karmic bond with that person. Therefore, you no longer feel attraction to them because, again, as I said earlier, all attraction is energetically based. And when it comes to karmic contracts, or really any form of soul contract, there is a feeling of magnetic pull to these people, regardless of whether this romantic soul contract is a soulmate or a the highest level soulmate, a twin flame, or whether alternatively this is simply a karmic contract. Regardless, we will feel a magnetic pull to those with whom we share a soul contract, because again, attraction is based in energy. So romantically speaking, we will feel usually a lot of powerful, intense, emotional, physical chemistry with these people. And typically this chemistry, when it comes to a romantic soul contract, we feel chemistry with these people almost instantaneously. In addition to these feelings of physical chemistry, another way to know you have a soul contract romantically with a person is you very often will meet them under seemingly strange or completely unexplainable circumstances. You may think, what are the odds I would have met this person at this place, at this time? And the truth is, it looks unexplainable. It seems like the circumstances were strange, but the reason they seem that way is because there are no coincidences. These were coinciding events orchestrated by your higher self and that person's higher self in order to bring you together across all time, space, and distance in this lifetime to fulfill these contracts you created with one another. In a sense, regardless of whether you are talking about a karmic partner, a twin flame, a soulmate, your meeting with these people is your destiny or part of your destiny. Which is also leading me to the third sign of a soul contract romantically with a person is a very strong feeling of familiarity. You will see this person in a busy street or a crowd, across the room, at a coffee shop or a restaurant, wherever it may be. And this person, regardless of their physical appearance, will stand out to you. This is because although we do come into this lifetime with soul amnesia, we don't usually consciously remember all of our past lives that we've experienced, or even our soul's intention, our soul contract for this lifetime. We carry this contract around with us energetically, unconsciously. So when we see someone who connects us unconsciously to that truth within our soul, to that contract we created with ourselves and others prior to being born here, we instantaneously make the connection unconsciously, and we think to ourselves, either aloud or in our mind, this person is important to me or is going to be important to me. It's as though we intuitively realize prior to interacting with this person that we have carried within us all along a contract to be fulfilled with them. And it's almost as though we are aware at that moment of seeing that person in this lifetime for the first time that we are going to play some kind of a big role in each other's life, that we are going to play out some kind of karma or resolve some kind of unfinished business or trigger one another to greater healing, growth, or expansion in some way. Although, again, we have this soul amnesia of the exact terms of this contract, the essence of that contract remains with us unconsciously. We remember on some level that this person was going to be important to us and to our expansion in this lifetime. Now, the main difference between karmic contracts, our partners who are triggering some kind of specific healing of some specific dynamic, or what we sometimes call karma within us, and those that we refer to as soulmates, or even the highest level soulmate connection we can experience, which is a twin flame connection. The key difference between soulmates and karmics is that soulmates come here to walk with us in this life journey, to share the unfolding of this beautiful life experience with us, to expand and grow along with us. So in the case of platonic soulmates, let's start there. Soulmates who are simply friends or non-romantic. This is our soul tribe. These are connections we attract based on authenticity. We radiate this signal of authenticity of our core soul frequency out into the universe. And the universe responds by magnetically drawing to us these people that resonate with that core soul frequency, our so-called soul tribe. These are the people that you can go years without speaking to and pick up right where you left off, even 8, 9, 10 years later. Essentially, you are always soul connected to these people because you share a similar soul frequency. Everything in our universe is based upon sound and frequency, energy and vibration. And our authentic core soul frequency has matches in the universe. It has similar frequencies. Others carry essentially similar frequencies within their own soul and are then drawn to us. And with these people, we are able to express ourselves more authentically, to expand, to go deeper into our truest, most soul-centered self. Now, in the case of twin flames actually share identical core soul frequencies, which means this is the most magnetic connection on the planet because by the law of attraction, like attracts like. Therefore, you can only imagine when there are two souls that are absolutely identical in two separate physical bodies, these two beings are going to be pulled magnetically together across all time, space, and distance. Again, the difference between these soulmates and twin flame connections from karmic connections is soulmates, twin flame connections, these kinds of soul-centered relationships based in authenticity, are capable of continuing to expand us and grow us and remain with us throughout this physical lifetime. Now, in stark contrast, karmic connections are not capable of remaining with us throughout this entire lifetime as long as we are continuing to expand. Is it possible to connect with one karmic throughout this entire lifetime? Yes, it is possible. However, in order to do so, you will have to continue remaining stuck in whatever wound, trigger, or negative pattern that karmic came into your life to heal. Because again, like I said earlier, when you choose to heal or shift that dynamic that caused you to connect with or to feel attracted to that karmic partner specifically, when you heal that trigger, that thing, just like two broken puzzle pieces fit together, that's like two karmic partners fitting together perfectly, but only because they both have broken edges. Now imagine you heal your broken edge that used to connect with that person. There's nothing for them to latch onto. There's nothing for them to connect to. And energetically, it's the same way. Energetically, when you heal yourself, there is nothing for that karmic partner to energetically latch onto. So they naturally fade out of your life. So when I talk about core soul frequency, attracting your soul tribe, all of that, this is part of why spiritual awakening is so lonely for so many people, or delving into this path of spiritual growth and expansion, because very often we wake up, in a sense, we're kind of shaken awake from a little bit of that soul amnesia in this life. And we realize how many of our connections in our life are karmic, are based on mutual triggering, mutual wounding, shared pain, shared negativity, a negative cycle within us or within our dynamic with these people, this person. We can feel like we have karmic connections with certain jobs, with coworkers, with living environments, with people in our family, even with people we consider to be our friends. And what happens is, we go through this awakening process and we begin to peel back those layers of inauthenticity, everything that was preventing us from radiating that core soul frequency I spoke on earlier. And as we get back to that core of who we truly are, as we radiate a more authentic signal to the universe, there is usually a lag period where we are working on peeling back those layers, being more authentic, coming into our most authentic self. And in the process, we are raising our vibration and healing ourselves to the point where we no longer can maintain those karmic connections in our experience, those people who we were only connecting with based on negativity, shared fears, shared anxieties, shared negative thought patterns. We raise our vibration to the point where these people essentially vibrate out of our existence. They can no longer coexist with us because our frequency has raised to a higher level of existence. In the meantime, we are in the process of attracting these true soul connections, these platonic soulmates, romantic soulmates, or even a twin flame connection. However, it is essential that we trust this process, that we trust these karmic connections, these people vibrating out of our life as we grow, as we heal, as we expand. We're meant to leave our life, that these contracts with them were meant to be fulfilled and to end, and that we will usher in deeper, more meaningful, more fulfilling, soul-centered connections. I have created a 7-chakra clearing subliminal that is really powerful for peeling back these layers of ego, of superficiality, of negative programming, and really allowing you to center yourself, to get back down to that core soul authentic frequency, the truth of who you truly are, and begin to radiate that pure frequency out into the world and attract back to you these more meaningful, fulfilling soul connections, again, such as your soulmates, your soul tribe, and even a twin flame connection, whatever the case may be for you personally. This subliminal comes from my website, soundandsoulful.com, where I've created over 100 subliminals for all areas of life. So as you can see on the screen, I have subliminals for physical appearance changes, for mood shifts like confidence and happiness, for specific material manifestations like money or business success, for love and relationships, even manifesting a specific relationship, and for so much more. And subliminals are so powerful because 95% of our thoughts are actually stored in the subconscious mind, which means the vibration we put out into the universe is really dominated by our subconscious thoughts, by our unconscious thoughts. However, most law of attraction techniques like visualization or traditional meditation mostly focus on shifting the conscious mind, which is only 5% of the mind. So subliminals are designed to bypass the conscious filter of the mind because they contain affirmations the conscious mind can't hear. And because it can't hear the affirmations, it can't reject them. So these unconscious affirmations are able to pass freely into the subconscious mind and make really deep, lasting impressions on your subconscious, on that 95% of your energy field, which will really radically alter your vibration and what you attract back into your life. You can try out this 7-chakra clearing or any of the more than 100 subliminals I've created completely free when you create a free trial account on my website. All of that information is linked below in the description box and the pinned comment under this video. Thank you so much for joining me here today in this podcast. I hope it was helpful or interesting to you in some way. Do let me know in the comments below. Are you aware of any current soul contracts in your life, either a karmic contract, a twin flame, or a soulmate? I would love to hear from you in the comments. I am just so incredibly grateful for this beautiful community we're building here together. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, where I post high vibrational content to keep your vibration up all day long. Have a beautiful, wonderful, magical rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next podcast.